Aries, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the 11th through to the 17th of December. Wow. I tell you, it's an interesting week. The readings have certainly been very interesting. There seems to be a lot of change going on, but it's not it doesn't seem to be decisive. It seems to be very subtle, the change. And with you on your relationship side, you seem to have this sort of thing here as well. Playing smart, but obviously walking towards something that you should be walking towards. Not, sometimes not really sort of feeling it or seeing it. On your financial side, this is the paradox of this week here. On your financial side, everything seems to be really hunky dory. There's a new victory coming in for you, and it's just changing a lot of situations within your life, and producing a lot for you, making a lot of victories, and it's a whole new cycle for you, I think, in more than anything else. Let's just have a look here. So the overall energies, we got the Seven of Swords. Is there someone lying, cheating, scheming around you? It's very possible around you in your relationships. You could have someone who's not really being... They're not necessarily lying and cheating to you, but they're not telling the full story. That's what I seem to think. And I seem to think that there's a case of that needs to be had for you of playing smart in regards to this, and not necessarily being fooled with the world that is around you, because not everyone is always honest, basically. So I think there's a lot of... You need to be a little bit I think you need to be very wary of that on your relationship side. On your financial side here, I think it's very playing smart in the way of what you've actually sort of developing here of this new, this whole new cycle that's come in for you. And you're due to get these victories. And I think it comes out of you playing smart, of knowing when to push and when not to push. That's what it seems to be like. And it's a very, very intelligent way of approaching life you seem to have on your cards here. On your relationship side, on the karmic mission, you get the Page of Swords. All fire signs are getting the Page of Swords, and all fire signs have got the Knight of Wands, and all fire signs have got the Moon as well. It is incredibly, it's very, very interesting. And I think everybody's got the Ace of Swords as well. So there's something definitely going on with all the fire signs at the moment. With this Page of Swords, it's you exploring your ideas of how to engage with the relationships that are around you, and trying to convert your ideas into reality, basically. And I think that's what that playing smart is about. And as you do, this is where I think you're going to realise, you're going to uncover some things that are around you that make you just kind of going, well, I didn't know you were like that. I didn't think you were thinking that. I didn't realise you were going off in that sort of direction. That really sort of like puts me in a bad position. And I can't believe you'd do that. That's the sort of thing I'm getting here. Because the universe here is sort of saying, with these bright ideas that are coming through you, you should be using these bright ideas and playing smart in order to go down and follow your pathway. But in order to do that, the universe here is starting to make you curious about, why is it not working in certain areas within my relationships that are around me? And this is where I think there's, I don't think it's someone who's kind of, going out their way to create problems for you. I just think they're just not being straight with you, not 100% straight with you. And I don't think they're necessarily lying to you either. It's a very difficult position here. I just think there's someone who's being a little bit economical with the truth. Let's just put it that way. And where have you come from? You've come from the Moon. I think you've come from a place where you've discovered huge things about yourself, Aries, and it has been absolutely beautiful to watch in regards to the reading. And I've been watching the Aries over the last year, even a bit more than that. We do have the equinox, the solstice readings coming out, which are the 3-month reading, and we've also got the year 2024 reading coming out at Christmas. I think that's going to change a lot for you. And I think you've exposed a lot. I think you've discovered a lot that has been hidden from within you. And this new sort of way of being, this new interaction, this new way of being is in alignment with you, but not necessarily in alignment with everybody that is around you. And that's why I think you've got to use your curiosity to see really what is going on and go off in that direction. The moon is hiding that sunshine there, and that's something from the past, I think, here, that where they're being economical with the truth, basically, more than anything else. Within you, though, you want to party, you want to enjoy, you want to go on. It's a matter of fact, kind of going, I'm just going to continue on down my path. And that's a good way of, it's like an old way of doing things, in a way where you can, get into your preoccupations in life, into your passions, which is really good. But then also at the same time, sometimes we use it as a way to sort of not look at the elephant in the room. And I think there's a little degree of that as well. And I think that's what's playing smart. So I think you can use your enthusiasm and your passions for what they are and how you want to actually get the best out of life. Using your passions to keep your rhythm to moving and going forward. But ultimately, I think you've got to say goodbye to something, and I think that's what that is all about there. I think there's a situation there where there's those 3 cups there that have been wasted, but you do have these 2 cups that are just behind you. And the funny thing is on your financial side, you have the Temperance, who also has those 2 cups, and things seem to be stirring in you at the moment, Aries. And it's like, if you've got an Aries around you, for all those of you cross-watching, for those, if you've got an Aries around you, keep an eye on them, because they are going to be moving very quickly in the coming future. And as we move into this sort of, this period of Capricorn, that's when you're into your summers. And I think this is where it's going to really change in the next month or so. It'll be interesting to see what happens on your solstice and your yearly reading. But there is a degree of disappointment over this, but then it's going to open lots of doors to beautiful happiness to you in the future. On your financial side, this is where we get the Ace of Swords. You are due victory because of the good, honest, hard work that you've done on it. The inspirational way in which you've engaged in life financially with regards to job, business and projects. You're due success. You're due victories. It's within your karmic path. And I think this is already starting to happen, because the universe here is bringing in the Wheel of Fortune. It's bringing into you, the moment you start realizing that, yes, I deserve this success, then you start walking towards it. That encourages the universe to actually then start contributing to your success. And I think this is what's happening. I think you're now taking almost like your financial side by the scruff of the neck, and what's come from the past, you get the death and rebirth. I think in the past, and I think this is quite recent actually, I think it is over the last sort of like 2 or 3 months, I think you've realized that if I want things, things have got to change. If I want the success, things have got to change. And I think you've already changed it within you, changed your attitude or your engagement with the world that is around you. And with that changing that of the world that is around you, you have defined your own direction in regards to your job, your business and your projects. And I think this direction, I'm not sure anybody else saw this direction coming. And you've got this direction because you've got a control over your emotions in the physical world, in the material world, in your job and etc. And you are going after it. The only thing I would say here, and the overall outcome here, the rest of it is absolutely beautiful. With that clear inner vision of where you're going, and you seem to be keeping an eye on it, because that's what's driving you, is that success, and the overall energy is helping you to play smart about it all. It's now converting, Temperance is a patience card, so mulling things over, and I'm not sure that mulling things over is on the rest of your cards here. I think this is more of a case of You've set things up. Now it's a case of putting your foot on the accelerator. I've got a funny feeling. Because temperance is about, as I say, about patience. But why are we patient? If we're only patient then to be in action, that's what should be happening. And I think that is what is coming through you. I think the time of being patient with the outside world is coming to an end, and you're striking for gold. So yeah, let's just do a bit of clarification on the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I hope they help you to confront life and get the best out of life, whatever you happen to be living. And any way in which you show your appreciation through through YouTube, or you can either go into the links in the description below. You can book up a private reading. There's a buy me a cup of coffee, or even have a look at our sister channel, CYMATIC TV, a channel which is all about energy, basically. Okay, well, whatever it is, thank you very much for being here. Let's just see what's going on. With the Seven of Swords, you get the Queen of Wands. You're playing smart. This ties into this side on your relationship side, yeah, where I was talking about sort of like sometimes you use your activities and your passions in your life to sort of not look at the elephant in the room. I think here by playing smart is by being passionate about your life, but being very there when you're supposed to be there. So when you are dealing with that situation that we've been talking about on your relationship side, you're really there. And magic will start playing in your favor because you're playing smart. On your financial side here, I think it's a time to get enthusiastic about those beautiful energies that are coming through, the victory that is coming through to you. Playing smart of concentrating on one thing and another, one thing at a time, in order to put into place the ultimate victory for you in regards to your business, your job, or your projects, whatever you're doing. Page of Swords. I'm just saying where we had I thought we had the World card out somewhere else, but we don't. Page of Swords, you get the World. I think this is a whole new cycle for you. Yes, I think this is, you're starting to learn now with the inspirational ideas, or the ideas that are coming through you of what is going on around you. It's helping you to see things for what they are, and allowing you to actually go on and walk away from something and towards something. And I think this is like walking away almost from disappointment within the rest of the world that is around you. And it's like sort of, you could be in a relationship, and it could be a family, friend, could be a part of the community where you're living, could be your own partner, but whatever it is, it's just a case of kind of like, oh, well, I'm moving on. I'm seeing things for what they are, and shame for you. What a shame for you more than anything else. Shame for us as well, But I'm still going on to where I should be going. Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. This is really progressional sort of stuff here. Once you use your curiosity and allow your curiosity to go forth, and seeing people for what they actually really are, this is when you're going to start realizing that actually there's loads of things that you could be getting on with and getting involved with that takes you away from any disappointment in regards to relationships, any disappointments, and taking you towards happiness, basically, more than anything else. With the Moon card, you get the Four of Cups. Yeah, I think you're distilling a lot. I think you've been distilling a lot. I think you've, looking at your past and saying within your relationships, this was good, this was good, this was good. What's the best thing in each of those sort of scenarios? What do I like? And I'm distilling it, and you're distilling it into one cup. And so then basically the unforeseen comes to the surface, and this is where you will see that, or those people, or that person who is being very economical with the truth, really. And that's when you can really start sort of going to the next level. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Ace of Cups. Yes. Your passions, allow your heart's desires to, that's what you're flowing through you at the moment. And I would concentrate on that. I would remain concentrated on that. Very stimulating your world around you. But yeah, your passions just keep driving forward. And I think this is maybe someone comes forth of, maybe this is the scenario where you sort of, it may not be for everyone here, but it may be a case where you can see that the people that are around you that are a little bit economical with the emotions and the truth around you, all of a sudden there's someone comes out of the blue which really stimulates your heart, and that allows you to walk towards happiness of where you're going to. With the Five of Cups, you get the King of Pentacles. Yeah, as I said, if you walk away from that disappointment and towards those Two of Cups there, it's going to make you so strong. It's going to make you position yourself within your own life, within how you engage in your relationships around you in a very authoritarian sort of way, but not authoritarian over people, just sort of authoritarian in a way that's sort of saying, no, I don't like that in my life. I'm not having that in my life and stuff like that. Why should I accept that? Why should I put up with that sort of scenario? And I think it works really, really well for you, more than anything else. Yeah, it works really, really well for you. Let's just see with the financial side. With the Ace of Swords, you have to choose this pathway. And maybe that's what that patient card is all about. It's now time to enact. I think you need to choose your success. I think you've done a lot to try and help people, to make sure everybody else is all right and everything like that, which is fine, which is great. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that success, no one else can have it either. So I think you need to strike here and start following the plan that is successful for you, basically. There's two cards that want to come out. Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. Let me just show you that, two Knights of Wands and two Wheels of Fortune there. I think the universe here is really trying to sort of say, if you engage, if you take that pathway, and you sort of really concentrate on the things that really matter to you, and you decide to go after your victory, you're going to double down on that fortune that's coming into you. But it's going to make you a very, very passionate direction for you to take. And it looks really ordained, is the word I'm getting. It's like the universal energy is sort of like kind of going, Aries has been nominated. It deserves this. It's got to do this for not just for them, but for the greater structure, as it were. With the Death card, you get the King of Cups. This new cycle here is much easier for you to deal with because it plays into your passions, plays into your idea of success and what you want. And it makes you feel that you have control over the situation because of what you've done in the past. You've done a lot of work on yourself in order to get there. And choosing this direction there makes you feel very comfortable by the direction that you're taking because you are taking it. And that's because you're making that decision. You're making that decision there, to just follow it and go for it. So I think it works really well for you. The Queen of Swords, you're just choosing to fall in love with life in the material world, and it's getting into alignment with yourself and getting into alignment with your passions, really following the direction that really sort of like corresponds to you and makes you feel like completely at one with yourself. Absolutely beautiful for you, really, Aries. Absolutely lovely. With the Temperance card, you get the Queen of Pentacles. You now get the Queen and King of Pentacles at the top. This is divine. You seem to be, this is what I'm saying here. It's almost as if like this is a divine situation. You're getting into a position now where it's very regal, very ordained. That's what keeps coming back. Ordained situation. And I think here is, with this Temperance card here, is that You know the future. You know it's going to produce rewards for you. And it's just a matter of time. And this is why I think patience has come to an end. I think it's now time to be invigorated and do. Basically, if you're thinking about doing a job or a business or a project, whatever you're thinking about doing, go ahead and do it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, so there you go. Don't forget, we've got that live coming out tonight after this reading here, which is on the monthly readings. If you're subscribed, you'll be able to ask a question on any of the petals, one of the petals that we did on the monthly readings. I will see you there for that. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.